What is the ideal hydration for bread dough? I made a bread that called for 1 kilogram of flour and 700 milliliters of water. That is a 70% hydration. The problem was that the dough became absolutely soaked, so in the end I added more than 500 grams more flour, which meant that my salt ratio was off. The resulting bread was not too bad, but it wasn't great neither. What is the proper flour to water ratio? I've made bread with 55% water and that was okay. I know this depends on the flour, but some kind of rule of thumb must exist. Edit. I have made the same bread again. This time with 60% hydration as I'm using all-purpose flour, 11% proteins, and I don't have a mechanic mixer. It turned out alright, but a little bit low. I guess bread flour is really needed here.
Bread hydration varies widely. The standard bread using all-purpose plain flour has a ratio of water to flour weight hydration 60 to 65%. Flour with a higher protein level, labeled as bread, strong, or high gluten, tend to use 65% hydration. Ciabatta and rustic breads generally use more water than normal. The extra water gives them more large, uneven holes in the interior of the bread, called the crumb, and generally leads to a higher rising bread. These wetter doughs are often referred to as slack doughs in bakers' parlance. Here are a couple sample hydrations from Hamelman's Bread Baking. Baguettes with Polish, 66% hydration. All bread flour ciabatta, 73% hydration. All bread flour pain rustic bread, 69% hydration. All bread flour country bread, 68% hydration. All bread flour roasted potato bread, 61% hydration. 85% bread flour, 15% whole wheat flour, 25% roasted potatoes whole wheat bread, 68% hydration. 50-50 whole wheat and bread flour semolina, durum, bread, 62% hydration. 50-50 durum and bread flours. Mind you, it is quite possible to make a bread with even higher water content, if one is a skilled baker. Wetter breads, 70% hydration and up, generally cannot be hand-kneaded normally, and require a mechanical mixer, stretch and fold kneading with a spatula, or autolysis. Autolysis is when you mix water and flour before adding yeast, and then allow it to sit. This allows enzymes in the flour to develop gluten before the rising begins, and can supplement or replace normal kneading. Another approach, called double hydration, is to add only part of the water before kneading. This allows you to knead the bread to develop gluten structure before it becomes too wet to knead. For extremely wet breads, these methods may all be combined. I'm looking right now at a double hydration, mechanically mixed, autolyzed, Polish using ciabatta recipe that sits at 76% hydration.